Hello and welcome to episode 124 of my Wurm Unlimited tutorial series. This episode will be on making a smelting pot. Rainstorm was not available this week to do the third episode of a update of Tour of Tutorial Island, so hopefully we'll be able to do it next week. If not, it doesn't matter, we'll be able to do it in due course. Before I begin though, let me explain something to you with regards to my channel. I am running out of time to make videos. I believe unless I can find a job, I have about 2 more months. So if you have enjoyed any of my videos at all, forget the like button, just please say a little prayer for me that I may find a job and survive. Thank you. Anyway, enough waffle. We are going to use the kiln to heat the clay smelting pot, as it is the quickest way to harden. So let's make ourselves then first of all a clay smelting pot. You'll need to activate your hand. Remember what you can do, double click up here on your health bar and you can drag the hand to a slot on your tool belt. Or you can simply keep this window open and click your hand like that. See, it turns green. See over here it says hand is activated. So either way you want to do it. I'm going to do it though by using the tool belt. And I must really try and upgrade this tool belt. Anyway, so activate your hand. Right click on the clay. Go to, and I'm showing you old school by the way. Makes a nice change. Go to create, tools, and clay smelting pot. Yes, my skill is not very high. It started off this morning as being about 7, so I've had to do a lot of grinding with that. Well, not a lot, great deal. Anyway, so click clay smelting pot. Let's see if we'll succeed. I've got plenty of clay. It only uses 0.50 kilograms of clay to make it, so I've got plenty. Okay, let's try again. And let's try again. It's funny, when my skill was at 20, I created one first time. But because the game knows that I'm recording, it wants to slap me down Wurm style and teach me a bit of respect. But I'm not one for giving up, so I shall just keep trying. There we go, persevered, prevailed in the end, I mean. Okay, so now that we have the clay smelting pot, remember it is not like making any other wooden or iron items. With clay, you have to improve it up to the desired quality level that you want before putting it into your kiln. So let's just quickly improve it just a little bit. Whilst on the subject of improving, you will need a spatula, some water, some clay, your hand, which is handy, and a clay shaper. That's all of the imping tools. So there you go. It's going to go through asking for the different ones as we do this. Let's get it to at least 20. That's quite respectable. Well, actually it's not. It's quite rubbish, but there's only so long I can imp. See, it's cycling through all the different tools. Okay, there we go. That's good enough just for this demonstration. Once you've got your clay smelting pot to your desired quality level, then pop it in the kiln. Now, you can pop it into a campfire, kiln, oven, forge. I think that's all the different ones that you can use, but the kiln will by far be the quickest to harden it. Right, okay, so while that's cooking up, I'm not going to waste your time by watching that. What I'm going to do instead is open up my wagon, and you'll see I've already got one. How crafty of me, eh? What a cunning plan that was. So here's what this will eventually, the clay smelting pot will eventually turn into a pottery smelting pot. The smelting pot is used to smelt metal, cunningly enough. You can get rid of spare tools that you've created when you've been grinding your blacksmithing skill by smelting it down into lumps. Lumps are capped at 50 quality level. You must use the smelting pot as you would a tool by activating it and right clicking on the tool you wish to smelt. The item you want to smelt must be glowing from heat. Keep in mind that if your tool is not large enough to smelt into a lump, the smelted tool will simply vanish. So I'm hoping to demonstrate all of this to you, and perhaps a little more, because that's what you've come to expect from me. Here's some other information about the smelting pot, or maybe some of it I've mentioned, so I'll re-elaborate. The smelting pot cannot smelt every metal item. For instance, it cannot smelt locks or keys, and it can't smelt the items given to you when you start a new character, the ones you know at the start of the game that can't be upgraded. So your starting pickaxe, you know you can't imp that can't be smelted. Low quality smelting pot caps the quality level of the lump to 50 quality level. So even my smelting pot at 40 quality level is going to still cap to 50 quality level lumps. If you manage to get your smelting pot higher, then give it a try and see what you can achieve. Smelting items seems to give lumps equivalent to the quality level of the item being smelted, providing of course it's not a really low quality smelting pot. Metal items must be glowing hot to smelt down into a lump. I know I've said it previously, just re-emphasising that because it's something you'll probably forget. The smelting pot is not a container, but it's activated and used like a tool. Again, I've said that already, so just re-emphasising, because you'd be tempted to look at it and think, pot. Now, what can I store in that? Okay, and lastly, smelting a rare or better item will turn it into a rare lump. Okay, enough of the waffle. Let's actually show you, shall we? Right, so let's open up the forge that I've made here. Oh, and before I forget, thank you Rainstorm for placing my kiln in here right next to the clay and the sand. And of course there's water just yonder. How cool is that? Thank you Rainstorm. Anyway, right, back to the forge. Let's get my tool belt out the way. So how do we use the smelting pot? It's all well and good. Oh look, that one's finished, so there you go. How do we use this smelting pot? Well, like I said, we first need to activate it, and then what you do. Now here's a load of different types of items, just to simply demonstrate what can be smelted and what cannot. So let's start with something which I don't believe can be smelted. Okay, look, here's a cauldron and it's got some water in it. If I select it and right click, oh, it can be smelted. But you know what, I'm not going to smelt that because I actually want that. So I'm going to put that back in my wagon. Okay, so you can smelt cauldrons, providing they're glowing from heat. Can you smelt your iron lamps? Yes. Can you smelt a branding iron? Now remember what I read previously, and that information was from the Wurmpedia, fantastic Wurmpedia. But what the Wurmpedia told you was, if the item is too little in material, the tool will simply vanish. Now you see me. Now you don't. Oh, it did still smelt into a small lump, so okay. And that was tiny. Okay, what about the scythe? Yep. Shovel. Yep. Remember, if you don't see that at the end here an item that can be improved, it means it can't be smelted. The rake. Yep. The hatchet. Yep. The saw. Yep. What about a large shield? Yeah, there we go. So what do we get from that? 395. What about a small metal shield? Oh yeah. What about our chain jacket? Yep. What about a steel maul? Yep. What about my chain cough? Yep. And the gloves. Yep, can all be smelted down. Okay, and what about this pickaxe? Yep, there you go. Right, I'm going to grab my tools back before I forget and smelt them down. And I need them, so I really don't want to do that. There we are. You now have a thorough understanding of the fact that you can smelt not only tools, you can smelt your armour down, and you can smelt your weapons down. So all that grinding you've been doing to get up your blacksmithing, armour, oh, let's find them all. Where are they? So all the grinding for your, oh, we could try jewellery items, but I haven't got none with me. But I'm guessing they can be smelted down. So all the grinding you've done for weaponsmithing, armour smithing, blacksmithing, remember you can't do locks, and jewellery smithing is not in vain. Now you want to go and gather up all them piles of items that you've been making in the past and recycle them, because look at this, that's not too shabby, you know. And remember, when you're making an item, it can be quality level 1. You just need a better quality level lump for improving it, but to make it you can use the lowest quality level, it doesn't really matter. And what about all them items you've been grinding for steel, all that wasted steel? How about recycling all of that? And bear in mind that that weapon was 70 quality level. It did have some damage, but you can see that let's put it down to 52. That might have been because of the damage, it might have just been because it's capped at 52, I notice. There we are though. I think that's enough said. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. And also have fun smelting. Goodbye.